Moto 2, Ski Junior and Novice Lights. On the number 3, Cash McClure out of Soddy Daisy, Tennessee. Cash, I believe, was your winner of all of his motos yesterday. Cash is sponsored by Chase Plumbing, TC Freeride, McClure Racing, 6D Helmets, ODI, Action Sports Canopies, and Cardio Systems. On here it says Cash is only 9 years old, and he's one of the quickest riders we got out there on the course. On the 279, we have Colton Gruenwald, and they are in the process of moving from Pensacola, Florida, back to their home in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. So they stopped halfway in Louisiana to hang out with us. Colton is also 9 years old, sponsored by Team Reckless Abandonment, Pro Watercraft Racing, High Speed Industries, GoPro, Jet Pilot, and Killer Frog Racing. That's Colton on the number 279. Also out there, we got the number 41, Naughty Water Racing Zone, Tristan Hebert out of Wichita, Kansas. Tristan, it says, is 14 years old. That's hard to believe. He looks taller than that. Sponsored by Big Fish Bail Bonds, Naughty Water Racing, Dad, and Smith Racing. Also out there on the 106, we have Javier Falcone, one of Naughty Water Racing's only out of Quinlan, Texas, 16 years old. Sponsored by Travers Construction Group, Illumination Technicians, Lawn Me. I don't know if that's him or what, but 106 Racing, Larrett Incorporated, and Cash for Junk Cars. On the 160, Naughty Water Racing Zone, Andrew Vo out of Sulphur Springs, Texas. Sponsored by, of course, Jet Tribe Racing, Naughty Shine, and Cometic Gaskets. Andrew is 16 on the 160. And on the number 543, we got Jared DeLong out of Brazil, Indiana. It says Jared is 38 riding his Kawasaki. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 riders on my sheet, and I see 7 riders on the line. Now, I apologize, I'm not sure the name, but the rider that's not on my sheet has got to be our East Coast boy that's there. I see Kelly Wilcox might be holding for him, so I'm not that sure if that's Kelly's son. Apologies, he's not on my sheet, though. But we'll talk him up. I guarantee you that's one of our East Coast boys that came all the way down from New Hampshire to race in the swamp while it is snowing at home. All right, Moto 2. And those nice people you hear talking on the mic, that's all the Caldwell family sitting over there. Since we don't have an announcer, I got my ambient mic cranked up a lot. And I can hear them cheering for their crowd as they go by. She doesn't realize it, but that's absolutely fine. I know she's not going to foul-mouth my broadcast or anything like that. But just so y'all know, I can hear the conversation, so feel free to give your opinions about how the races go. When the live stream gets kicked for vulgarity and age restricted, I'll know exactly who to talk to about it. All right, I hear Joey Domang on the mic announcing these guys, so hopefully we get ready to fire them off. We are going to efficiently run our races today because I want to do my best to get some of these guys out in the swamp, show them what Morgan City's really about, get some twisties, have some fun. Because we got way more trails than we have lakes out here.
Jared DeLong, next to him, black suit jet, bright pink wetsuit, small numbers. That's the 106 Javier Falcone. And on the two-stroke.
5 laps is what I hear Justin Smith say. 5 laps. Here we go, boys. These juniors on these light skis might be some of the smoothest riders you see today. A lot of these kids have been racing probably since they were in diapers. So these are the kids who I would try to keep up with and emulate some of their technique they have out here. You will see some smooth lines, fearless racing out of these youngsters. So you can see if you guys are watching, we have an inside and outside split. So half of the group is sweeping on those 3 orange buoys. Half of the group is sweeping on those 3 white buoys. That means half of the group is taking these blue buoys as they slalom through, and the other half is turning on the orange and yellow. So we split them up into an outside and inside start, which it looks like right now you have Tristan Hebert on the outside start in that lead, but let's see who's coming from the inside. That looks like Andrew Vo. Now they come across the finish line, so Andrew Vo was on the inside start. Now he's got the lead as he comes around the track there. We do that to just kind of spread out the start, kind of let the field naturally cut up a little bit before they're all on the same thing, and now everybody's riding on the same track. That is the 160 of Andrew Vo, sponsored by Jet Tribe, Naughty Shine, and Cometic Gaskets, riding smoothly out front, followed by Naughty Water Racing Zone, Tristan Hebert on the 41. Cash McClure on the 33. Cash has been a force to be reckoned with all weekend. In some of his later motos, yesterday I believe, he started a little farther back in the pack, and then he slowly caught these guys through his smooth riding. So we'll keep an eye on him and see if Cash can stay calm, work his way through the pack, breathe, and see if these boys in front of him make a bobble. Now, as you can see, Andrew Vo on the 160, as he goes across this back, he's going to come across this decision maker buoy right there, and now he decides, does he want the inside or the outside split? That's what Tristan is doing also. You can see Andrew went to the outside split, whereas Tristan is taking those blue buoys on the inside. So this is an opportunity on the track where you have two slightly different routes as an opportunity to pass. So let's see if the number 33, Cash McClure, comes out ahead of Tristan Hebert across the finish. So there's Cash McClure coming in from the outside, Tristan Hebert, and it looks like through that split section, Cash McClure has moved up from third into second place now. Still behind your leader, Andrew Vo, the Jet Tribe rider. Conditions today are a bit more what these Texas boys are used to riding. Their Texas races are mostly on small lakes, so a bit more calm. Yesterday we brought them some big lake, rough washing machine action to play with. So in the foreground you see the rest of our riders coming through. But I have a feeling we're going to see a good battle between Cash McClure and Andrew Vo, so I'm going to keep the camera on them to see how this goes. Thanks to Morgan City Police watching the perimeter for us. The city of Morgan City was nice enough to provide us fire department as our EMT on shore and police on the water, monitoring the perimeter for us. All right, so here they come up to the decision maker buoy. Andrew Vo at the decision is going outside. Cash McClure is taking these blue buoys on the inside. So let's see who can get through the split quicker. We're going to watch these boys rejoin at those white merge buoys as they come across the start. There's Andrew coming out of his last turn. Let's see where Cash is at. Cash doesn't quite have it this time. They might be about the same distance apart from each other as they were last lap. Check the back of the pack. This looks like Javier Falcone in third place, so he's been moving up. Looks like Javier must have passed Tristan. Tristan is what, now in fifth place, I think? This is our East Coast Watercross racer on the 595 all the way out of New Hampshire. It's Kelly Wilcox's boy, I believe. Watched him solve a Rubik's Cube in all of 20 seconds last night after dinner. And you got Colton Gruenwald, maybe our youngest rider out there. Colton has been improving big time year over year. I know he's sponsored by Pro Watercraft. I know he's sponsored by Killer Frog Racing, Glenn Elliott. Throwing this guy support. Covering some of their race entry fees, making it as easy as we can to develop some of this young talent. Colton, year after year, I've been watching him get smoother and smoother and more aggressive in a good way on the track. So riding that well at 9 years old, he's been practicing with his dad quite well. Keep an eye on Colt. All right, let's catch up with our lead riders. Now on the white flag lap, Andrew Vo is still holding off Cash McClure. Let's keep an eye on them for this final lap. They've kept about the same distance between the two of them, I think, for the last 2 laps, as Cash has been working his way up through the pack. Right now, Andrew just needs to be clean, ride smooth. Ride clean, ride smooth, don't get psyched out. That second place is still putting pressure on you. This is all what I say to myself in my head when I'm up there. If I'm not careful, I forget to breathe in between each buoys and you get gassed out. You've got pressure, just race smart. Don't miss a buoy, don't have a bobble, and this is Andrew Vo's race. Here's Andrew at the final decision maker. This is their last opportunity to make a pass. Andrew's taking the inside split, Cash is taking the outside. Let's see what happens as they come across the start. This is going to be close. Checkered flag out. There comes Cash McClure. There comes Andrew Vo. All right, I think Cash might have pulled that off.